Alright, what's up guys, it's Phil Trigger, and I'm going to come at you with another tournament report. Now this tournament was last Friday's, last Friday's tournament. It was another sanctioned tournament. Every one of our tournaments are every other Friday. So this week there's no tournament, but the week after is. And we had a pretty good turnout. We had another new TO, so I was able to participate in the video. Hells yeah. And I found this as a good opportunity to test my Angel Feather deck versus in a competitive scene. Now, I was kind of disappointed because my matchups were really, really easy. Round one, I got paired up with a dude named Cody, very good friend. Well, if you can consider him a friend. We went to high school together. That's basically what it is. And yeah, we went to high school together. Turns out he's into the game, so I was like, oh, okay. He was a newbie, but he was using Aleph Kagura. It's a very easy match. I have control over the entire match. But yeah, it was pretty good. And then our second round went versus a guy named Ricky. He's using Norikamis, just very aggressive. Won that easily as well. Just kept getting high guards and surviving his Thunder Breaks and Vermilions and such. Didn't commit too much to the board because I was predicting that Vermilion coming up, and he was pretty much forced to play it because he wanted to neg me one card at least. So he should have just kept it in his hand for the null guards, but it's whatever. Then third round, I went versus another Narukami deck. It's a guy named Dragonic Kaiser. Well, that's what he calls himself on YouTube. And yeah, it was another easy matchup. Round one, he couldn't ride into anything. I felt really bad. But yeah, that was round three. Then round four was the actual challenge. Overall in the tournament, I got second place, which isn't good enough for me, but I kind of did it on purpose. And here's why. Okay. The fourth round person I was going versus is Asian Trigger's little brother, alright? And Asian Trigger, sadly enough, had some business to go to. So, he left his little brother with his Gold Paladin deck, and he basically went through the tournament and all that, and he did fairly well with it. He went undefeated with me, and we were both the undefeateds. We were both 3-0. And then we got paired up versus each other, and I was like, okay, easy matchup. So, round one, I couldn't ride into shit. I auto-lost it, couldn't ride into my grade 3 or anything. I rode grade 1, then he went into Azel, because he went first, and I was like, fuck, and I couldn't go into my grade 2s or anything like that. So I auto-lost that one. Round 2, pretty much wrecked the kid. I was doing exactly what we were supposed to do with Angel Feathers. I was being very conservative, getting those high guards because I was going versus Gold Paladin. I was targeting his rear guards, but I was also going for the Vanguard most of the time, and it was very good. I had good control over the deck and the match. And then round 3, things were going fine. Didn't miss a ride. Just kept going at it. Using Angel Feathers. I had full control of the match. Then his dad shows up. Now here's where things get interesting. Asian Trigger's dad is one of the scariest dudes you will ever see. He is an angry, angry, angry Asian dude. Oh my god. Just talking about him gives me shivers right now. Ugh. See? Chicken can. Alright. Anyways, so he started showing up, and he was giving me like this death stare. And I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna die. So, he wanted Asian Trigger's little brother to go ahead and leave. He was like, come on, hurry, oh yeah, and all that. And I was like, oh shit. So I didn't want to drag out the game any longer, and it was his turn. He was attacking with his Azel. The previous turn, he did the Limit Break skill twice when he knew I had a Null Guard, so it was pretty stupid of him. But it did fill up his field really nicely. Then I just pretty much wrecked it the next turn. But this time he was attacking for 25, because he had Tron behind Azel. And I had Kyriel. So I was like, okay, I'm going to guard for 30 exact. And I was like, if he gets a trigger, it's whatever. At least he can go and his dad won't kill me. I could have guarded as high as 45. I had a very good number of guards in my hand. But, his dad was really... And I was at 5 damage at the turn. So he swings, and I was like, fuck it. Low guard, and then, first trigger, nothing. Second trigger gets a critical, and I'm like, oh, okay, thank God he can leave now. So, I lost that game, didn't get any heals. They just didn't pop up, and I ended up getting second in the tournament. So, yeah, that's the story of how I got second on purpose. Yay! Next tournament, I can guarantee you I will get first. This deck is just too good. It's honestly, if more people learn how to use it properly, it would be the top tier deck. But sadly enough, it's one of those decks that really requires you to think. And more people go for the simplistic decks. That's why Gold Paladin is reigning supreme. It's super easy to use. You don't really have to do much with it. You can play conservatively and still have a ridiculous field. That deck is just so good. But Angel Feathers definitely takes a cake if you know how to pilot it. If you can pilot Angel Feathers really well, there's nothing stopping you except another person who's more experienced with the same deck. But yeah, please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. This was my tournament report. More content coming out later tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, blah blah blah. Fatal Trigger out.